Всем привет! Это пятая часть моего прохождения Yesterday Origins или Origins. И мы снова оказались в средних веках. Что ж, давайте осмотримся. Давай сюда зайдем. Больше ничего тут на горгуле нету. О, ключик. Ну да, как с нами случилось, нас ртутью траванули в первой части. Что, взять-то его можно? Пошли все изучать. Колчан со стрелами взяли. Что, придется нам пострелять, видимо. А, вон арбалет. Говорится о луке. Причем тут арбалет?
Ines.
О, знакомое местечко.
My good Vulcan. About time you showed up. Come here. Good Ursus and I have something to show you.
I hope Ursus hasn't beaten him too much. The last victim was in such a state that I couldn't even torture him.
Oh, don't worry. But it may take you some time to wake him up.
I'm sorry. I'm late. I overslept.
Don't worry. As long as you oversleep alone. As a deacon of the Holy Church, you can't afford the least scandal. And we can't always throw your whores into the well.
Today is the day. The key to absolute knowledge will be ours.
The key to immortality.
That's not what I seek.
I know, but remember, limitless life, limitless knowledge.
The entrance to the basement is open.
What? Open? Are you nuts, Ursus? Hurry, finish tying up the prisoner and stand guard at the chapel door. No one can come in or out but me, Vulcan, Sir Roderick, or his slutty wife. Good. Let's get to the important part. Prepare the prisoner as only you know how. Torture him, but save the best for the meeting of the order. Try the same thing you did to the Saxon moron. The guests have come long and far. They'll be thirsty for the blood of our prisoner. The first transmuted being in history. The first immortal.
What? And what about Frey Seocan?
Oh, in the well. And this rascal was eavesdropping. I'll be in the workshop getting ready for the ritual. Do a good job. His cries will inspire me.
Что это за парнишка? Это как-то подозрительно выглядит, как будто активный элемент. Что ж, поболтаем. Мы не поболтаем. Тут вещица нам по-любому пригодится.
You turn the handle to separate the two boards as much as possible. Then you put the prisoner's ankle between them. Then you turn the handle in the opposite direction so the nails pierce the flesh. And he bleeds.
Ну, чтобы применить на нем. Больше активных элементов тут нет. Что мы тут можем обнаружить? Что тут еще-то есть? Куда тот путь ведет? Хинасу. Пока что это лучше мы не можем сделать. Какой странный череп. Садюга. Собаку заморил. Кольцо нашли. Что тут есть? Ведро. Я ведро даже не заметил. Опять нитки? Нет. Не ясно. Ну-ка, если нитку со стрелами совместить. Вот, я все правильно, значит, подумал. Саботаж. И блатная стрела, где она? Вот это еще что-то на столе у меня лежит. Это значит, для чего-то еще используется. Вернемся к тому бедняге. Мне кажется, вот та японская редька, которую мы подобрали, сейчас нам пригодится. Где она? Вот она.
Don't kill me. I won't hurt you. Calm down. No, please. Shh. Listen to me. I am here to save you. But I need you to calm down. I wasn't spying. Shut up, or I'll kill your mother. What? My mother? Now that you've calmed down, answer my questions, and I'll do whatever is in my hands to save you. No. Save my mother. She is not in danger. I said that so you would shut up. Do you know who I am? You are Deacon Iago, Father Hines' helper. Sundays after Mass, you read books and tell legends to those of us who can't understand the written word. Can you tell me which book I read to you? Yes, Sir Iago. It's been months since you started reading us the Divine Comedy. I hope one day I can learn to read like you.
Да, если ты переживешь пытки.
Do you remember any of the stories I told you? Yes. My favorite one is that of... Refresh my memory. Bertrand, native to Languedoc in France, could move objects with his mind. The Inquisition accused him of sorcery and put a rope around his neck, but made sure his feet touched the ground so that he wouldn't choke. They cut off his right leg and flung it out in front of him. Show your power by attracting it back to you. Bertrand died 3 days later when his left leg failed. He never stopped staring at the right leg on the ground. Are you sure it was the right leg that was cut off? Is it that important? What's your name? Fergus Quinlan, sir. I was given that name because I was born on St. Fergus Day. Hines told me you were spying on him. I didn't want to, sir. I was hiding in that room because I didn't want to clean the Great Cauldron. They always make me do it, and I'm sorry. What did you hear Hines... I don't know, sir. I didn't understand a thing. Now it's your turn to ask me. I don't... Father Hines and I are the founders of a satanic order that the order... If I fail at helping you escape, tonight, after torturing you, then... Many years ago, I read several pages from a forbidden book that one of those pages mentioned a potion that would transmute its drinker, but among its ingredients, there was a golden... Once a year, the night before the great hunt in honor of St. Eden and St. Alec. But enough talking. I must find a way to get you up. Do me a favor. When you see me around here, shout as if I was tearing your soul out.
Пытать он его не хочет.
Don't kill me.
Под ногтями наверняка у них грязь. Да. Я даже знаю, почему она у него чешется. Посетим-ка мы вторую дверь. Уж так долго. Маску уже одел.
Your leg. It's bleeding, isn't it? Well, I'd say it is. Wait. Are you having one of those days? Is that your secret? Just out of the blue. How many years have gone? Maybe I should tell him? Or are you going to give me whatever it is you're hiding?
Ну, нафига нам два? Захист, что ли? Говорить с ним получится, или он тут будет мычать?
You remember Hines said I can enter and leave whenever... Yes, yes. And I made that metal glove for you. I'll take that as a maybe. Would you happen to have another torture instrument on your other leg?
What a shame. But please let... That kid just doesn't know how... If he carries on like this...
Записку. Погоди, а тут... Здесь местечко мы еще не посетили. Ага, а выйти-то нельзя. Зачем нам ее крутить? Все у нас хватает. Что так нервничает?
Have mercy.
What am I doing here? Give me a good...
Ines wants me to torture and kill a kid. The cook's son. But there's no way I'll do that.
Wait, you don't defy Ines for me, but you do for a dirty servant.
I already told you. I'm sick of killing. And I don't want the...
He's a servant. He leads and will lead a miserable life. You're taking nothing from him. Anyway, who cares?
Вот она. знать, какая была в те времена.
I have more than
Если
one
слуга,
reason
то
to
значит
save
не
that
человек.
kid. He has your same eyes
The kid?
and your hair. I can't kill someone who reminds me so much of you. Our kids could look like him.
Kids? You and me? That requires a certain much more than anything you've... Anyway, who cares?
When the Inquisition captured me as a child, it was the death of another child, whether it's God's or the devil's doing.
One death more or less is not going to... Anyway, who cares?
Are the guests arriving?
It seems that Don Guzman arrived...
I hate it when members of the Order come with such a... The more servants, the higher the... Have you seen your husband?
Yes, he's in a terribly bad mood. He's forbidden access to the castle to anybody but the guests and...
What I'm giving you is not easy to craft. I'd never worked with gold in such a clean, detailed fashion. And the inscription, I copied the idea.
I took...
Tomorrow. At first,
You wanted the cape, didn't you?
I need your cape to save the kid. Hide in one of those confessionals once the kid escapes. I'll tell Henas I killed him accidentally. He'll tell Ursus to search for a new victim. And you'll be able to return to the castle.
And tomorrow we will...
Tomorrow.
Ох, не станешь ты свободным tomorrow. Куда наш подруг-то свалил?
I didn't do anything. А что же еще надо? Да чего не так всего с сапогами-то? Now, let's see if you can still reason. You've disappeared for some time now.
Maybe Zachariah Gray, the kitchen boss. The one I clean for. My mother, probably not yet. She's the only one who tells me to hide and avoid some of the chores. But
Do you understand everything I told you?
yes, well, no.
The members of the Order of the Flesh are they have funded our search for years. You'd have been safe if a monk called Siokan, who hadn't found a couple of coins. I still don't know how to help you escape, but I'll find. And when you escape, I'll say I've killed you.
What about my mother?
I'll comfort...
No, please.
Shh. Listen to me. I am here to save you. But I need you to calm down.
I wasn't spying.
Think of your mother.
What?
Все заново, что ли? Надо как-то их применить, что ли, на этом бедолаге. Блин. Фух, чем мы его теперь прикреплять? Надо еще что-то искать, значит. Посмотрим, что еще у этого хрена есть. А что, опять все обыскивать? Блин.
Tell me, Ines, you called me that upstairs. Remember, we're not in public, Mike.
You're right, Lord Bile.
As of tomorrow, I will cease to pretend that I'm Father Hines, parish priest of St.
Do you think this time we'll get it right?
Sure. We only needed the coins. I've got them, but I won't prepare the potion until the very last moment, right before the ritual.
Do you really think they're from the devil?
Without a doubt. You've seen the pentagram.
The same symbols have been used with different meaning.
And don't you think that Satan, Prince of the Cosmos...
I don't doubt his...
Don't argue, Vulcan.
It's just that, since Brother Seokan, maybe that should be our new destination. Maybe there we can find the civilization.
Tomorrow, my good Vulcan, we'll be immortal. We won't need...
But how much more...
Oh, is there any higher knowledge than the one that allows you...
According to what I read in the Treaty of the Flesh, two people can...
Tell me something,
The kid will drink first.
When we're sure it works, I'll drink. Then we'll prepare more potion with the second coin. You, my faithful helper, will drink from it.
Sir Roderick?
Without him, we wouldn't have this church, Vulcan. Nor an alibi. Nor anything else. He deserves...
What would happen if we prepared the potion with...
Which one?
The aim of salt and sulfur is to purify the soul before its return.
Without those ingredients, the drinker would come back with a contaminated soul.
A demon. A monster.
Interesting.
What would happen if we prepared the potion with the coin?
Which one?
Mercury ensures that the transmuted being...
It would be horrible if we forgot to add mercury to our potion. But, as I'm sure you understand...
What would happen if...
Which one?
Iron is used to forge the soul again.
I'm not sure what would happen if we skipped one of those.
A soulless being? Or perhaps the... What would happen if...
Which one?
According to the Treaty of the Flesh, fire...
Satan.
I'm not that sure.
But I am. Plus, we need fire.
What would happen if we...
Which one?
I'd like to clarify. I feel weird torturing a kid. Maybe we can find another volunteer.
I don't know what bothers me more, Vulcan. The sudden hint of a conscience within your...
We said we would not use servants of Sir...
The kid was eavesdropping, Vulcan.
What will happen when the mother starts looking for him?
Oh, you're right. Oh, well, luckily we're in no shortage of poison.
Есть мать, есть проблема. Не будет матери, не будет проблем.
The kid is taking the place that Seokan deserved for finding the coins. He was one of ours. But we can't just get a random kid...
Tell me something I don't know. He'll be tied until we prove the potion has worked and has no secondary effect. Then we'll throw him in the well, where he'll enjoy immortality without becoming...
The kid is not easy to torture. I mean, I've never tortured such a tiny body. I hope I don't make a mistake.
Oh, I trust your skill, Vulcan.
I think that Ursus tortures himself.
He needs a way out. His guilt for...
But you forbade him to torture himself.
And he feels guilty for lying to me. That's the way, really. As soon as someone feels guilty...
I'll never understand why he can be so low.
Remember, I saved his life.
Maybe we don't need Ursus to mount guard at the church door. I close the door, take the key, and problem solved.
No, I'd rather have him there. Just in case Sir Roderick comes. I mean, Lord Behemoth.
Maybe we shouldn't have killed the Saxon moron.
You seem to think otherwise when you tortured him.
What if he served someone, and now they're...
He'd have confessed.
Who? The Inquisition.
Bah! If the Inquisition knew of our existence, they'd come with a small army instead of infiltrating a moron.
It seems our Spanish friend is in the camp.
We'll never be thankful enough to him. It's a shame we must kill him tomorrow.
What?
We'll be immortal, Vulcan. We won't need anybody's. The Order of the Flesh will...
I don't trust Sir Roderick.
I do. Besides, we need him. There are some doors that no commoner can open, no matter how immortal he is.
My father was the Duke of Fuentenegra.
Your father is Satan. Miguel de Fuentenegra died.
What will happen to Lady Cat here?
That cold fish. I guess her legitimate master and husband, did you know? She can't even satisfy him anymore.
Она не может его удовлетворить. Это у него там не стоит.
Why don't you go out and get some fresh air, Hines?
Lord Bile. And no.
Что нам сделать с этими штуковинами? Там нет нифига. Подойдем на всякий случай. Как опять? Он же его отдал уже. Или это глюк?
Don't kill me. No, please. I wasn't spying.
Знакомый крестик. О, там мы еще не были. Надо теперь куда-нибудь этого чувака отправить.
Good morning, good man.
At your service, sir.
They seem really heavy.
You're mad. They're empty. You know it's heavy. It's the damn hangover in my head. Oh, I can't even. So Roderick, God save him, for many years, forced me to drink 6.
Maybe he fears someone will poison him.
Are you mad? Who could be so evil? Anyway, I feel horrible.
What do you transport?
What am I transporting? Delicious, but of course you know the story. When St. Emlyn travelled through Wissennacken, he asked the girl for water. She did, but then St. Emlyn insisted. So she gave him the water, which he transformed miraculously.
And he died, not so miraculously.
Bah! Detail.
I think I saw you walking around.
I was really looking to get a breath of fresh air after selling some of my goods. But at the same time, there's the... You remember that St. Columbia defeated a monstrous demon on the shores of Loch Ness. It seems that the stench betrayed him.
And you found a similar stench here?
You're crazy. You can only breathe goodness here. When I knew I was coming here, most of my fathers insisted.
Right. I've looked for it.
What? Same it. The so-called dizziness went away, but I fell asleep on a lovely night out in the open. If it was winter.
Will you stay tomorrow for the...
I'd love to. I'm a devotee. But as soon as I get all these barrels in the car...
Could you lend me those strips?
I'm afraid not. I need them to tie the barrels. They were blessed at St. Alistair McNair's church. He found the corpse of his betrothed 40 years after she died, thanks to the ring.
I know. An inspiring...
Так, что нам с ним сделать, чтобы он свалил? Сам нюхать не станет, а как его заставить? Надо бы подумать, что надо сделать. На кладбище ничего нет. Так, вернусь-ка я сюда. Так, вдыхать он не хочет. Вот эту штуку. Может, он ей морду натрет. Все, кажется, мы можем спасти нашего молодого друга.
No, please.
Да не орите.
Fergus, put this on. It's time to get you out of here. We'll make Ursus believe that you're Cater and that you're sick. When you're inside the keg and the cart starts moving, say 100 Hail Marys, go deep into the woods, and walk all the way to Aberdeen. I will give you something extremely valuable. Sell it and embark on a ship to Europe.
I don't care what you did before, Deacon Iago. You're a good man.
Don't be stupid.
Come with me. We'll go to the Vatican and convince the Pope to burn that cursed book.
No. I must finish something and make sure they don't follow you. But when the bastard fell, he grabbed my medallion and took it with him deep into the well.
I'm sorry, my good Vulcan. I'm so sorry.
I'll forge a new one. Don't worry.
No, I'm sorry for you. Ursus!
Той самой перчаткой, которую мы тебе сделали. Эх ты, вероломный предатель.
Please forgive my little trick, Vulcan. You betrayed me.
I didn't mean to betray you. I got carried away. I threw him in the well because...
Stop, please. Maybe you'll be glad to know that I didn't play fair myself. You were growing too distant. I had to see just how much. And you didn't pass the test. Your fling with Lady Katia, your disdain for our benefactor, Sir Roderick, your arrogance, and now, your betrayal. You must become my faithful disciple once more.
Never. I hate you.
You will do it. You will. You'll take the child's place in the ritual. You will drink the transmutation potion, die, and be reborn beside me. And you know why, don't you?
The transmutation will not turn me into your slave.
Unless I forget to add mercury to the potion.
I'll lose my memories.
Worry not. I will be waiting for you. I will embrace you and remind you that you are my faithful son. You will serve me for all eternity. As of tomorrow, once we are transmuted, we will recover the treaty of the flesh, and you will translate it in full for me. I am certain that it hides even more powerful secrets. The world will be ours.
What about the boy?
We have more urgent business today. but we'll find him. I may even grant you the honor of killing him. We have all the time in the world.
Deacon Iago?
Huh? Who are you?
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Gabriele Scarpetta, last remaining guardian of the Order of Iago.
Iago?
I'd never heard of the Order of Iago before.
It's a secret reserved for the custodians of the treaty, Fergus Quinlan's successors. Another name that should ring a bell. The order was established in 1534 by mandate of the Pope, and the first custodian of the treaty.
To what extent is it secret?
Pope Clement VII himself decided that no other pope should ever know. The poor souls have enough as it is. As I'm sure, the Order of Iago has a double aim. Finding he who gave his name to the order so as to give him the treaty of the flesh, or protecting the book at all costs.
It's amazing that Fergus made it that far.
Our founder must have been a man of formidable spirit. A servant who fled and then managed to convince a pope and to protect the treaty until dying of old age in the Vatican.
I assume it was Fergus who ordered that I receive the treaty.
And right you are.
Вот, наверное, для чего мы рассказывали Фергусу всякие подробности про Орден Плоти.
Why me? He knew my past.
Because you accepted dying for him, I suppose. There are entire religions based on such...
How was Fergus so sure that the transmutation potion had worked, and that I would survive for centuries to come?
Our founder returned to the place where he met you years before and heard of that of the ghost of Deacon Iago, who rose from the church's ashes screaming, "Who am I?"
And no one searched for me until now?
He did, all of his life, to no avail. And little by little, his successors stopped looking for you as well.
Kovacs said that you were his, informant? He told me that you'd given him information for his book.
The bare minimum to convince him of placing the Treaty of the Flesh on the cover of his book. I had to lure you somehow.
He said that you had contacted him in the Vatican.
As did all my predecessors every time someone asked about the Treaty of the Flesh. It didn't take me long to realize it couldn't be you.
You seem very sure of my identity.
Of course. Your phone call, the evidence, the portrait. Everything leads me to you.
You bugged Kovacs' telephone, and that's how you found me.
True. And the next morning, I tried to do the same with your cell phone. Theft is easy first thing in the morning. People are asleep and unsuspecting. But, to my surprise, I sooner realized that someone had beat me to it. Your SIM card had been cloned. I wouldn't turn it on if I were you. Otherwise, whoever did this will know your location.
Thanks. I guess. Wait a second. You still haven't said where the treaty is. Is it still in the Vatican?
No. It was relocated long ago.
Where was it in the Vatican?
Before the order was established, it was in the Vatican's secret archives, alongside hundreds of forbidden books. But thanks to our founder, it was moved to a secret vault within the actual archives, and protected by means of an entry mechanism that he designed with you in mind.
Why did they move it?
During the pontificate of Pope Pius VI, the papacy faced several scandals, and the custodian of the treaty convinced himself that the...
Where is it now?
In 1786, one of my predecessors hid the book in the catacombs of a city. that was transferring the skeletons of its... There, they recreated the same entry mechanism that...
That can't be.
And there it still lies. Look for the Triskelion in the tunnels, and you will find the Treaty of the Flesh. Goodbye, Deacon Iago.
Wait, won't you be traveling with me?
No. I am free of my burden at last. The Order of Iago dies today. You will never see me again.
I still have questions I'd like to ask you. I'd never heard of the Order...
It's a secret reserved for the... Another name...
It's amazing that Fergus made it...
Our servant.
It's amazing that Fergus...
Our founder must... A servant who fled and then managed to convince a pope and to...
Thank you for everything.
I don't.
Then why don't you look happy about it?
Don't you realize that your life... May God be with you, Deacon Iago. It has been...